Hello and welcome to the Work Hates podcast. I'm Bron Lewis. This is Brady Blake. Everyone has a nightmare work story, whether it's an awful boss, a shitty workplace, or an insufferable colleague. And if you've had none of those things, chances are you're the problem.
You are the problem. Today we are joined by comedian, worldwide traveller, and hardcore mountain biker, Brett Blake and Bron Lewis. Yay!
Oh, which was I?
None of them. I was talking about myself.
Oh my God.
And woman, Bron Lewis. I know you'd love. Oh, and wife,
You
Bron
can't
Lewis.
say wife. I'm not married, so this is. You're right. I don't even.
I'm
not
sorry.
Even allowed
Have
to
you got
have
three
that title?
Have you got 3 kids out of wedlock? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they're 3 bastards.
Oh my Lord. Oh my.
Did your parents get married?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they did it the right way.
Oh, the correct way, the Christian way. Good
Yes.
on them. Good on you, Sue.
I won't burn in hell.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm not even religious. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I've started off today like this with in attack mode.
Talking about my kids going to hell.
I meant you, not the kids. I like the kids.
Why would I go to hell? Because I had sex out of wedlock.
Yes,
and
correct.
you wouldn't get that because you're a massive virgin.
I've never had sex.
I know, mate. I can smell it.
Well, to be honest, yeah. I mean, the ladies in Edinburgh, not a fan of Brett Blake. I'll give you the hot tip.
Tell me, okay, so at the moment, all right, I'm going to
Yeah.
paint the picture. I'm sitting in your study in Coburg because you've got all the equipment, beautiful Josh, your housemate, who is our editor. He's set all this up for me. I've come all the way from Brunswick and I'm sitting here and it's lovely and it's cozy. You are sitting in a hotel room in Switzerland?
No, I'm in former guest of the show, Chris Breaker's house in Switzerland. I'm staying at his beautiful house in Switzerland.
So you are in Switzerland. Yeah.
I'm in Switzerland. I just finished doing the Edinburgh Festival, which was one of the longest marathons of my fucking life. Oh my God.
Yes.
That was, I thought Melbourne was bad.
You've not done it before, have you?
I've done
it before.
I've done it, but I've done it in like a smaller capacity. Like I've done like a 2-week run, which is nothing. You know what I mean? So I've done the free fringe.
Because what is it, 5 weeks?
It's kind of like 4.5. It's like 26 shows in a row.
Awful. And in Melbourne, when people talk about Melbourne Comedy Festival, they're like, oh gosh, a whole month of it. But it's not. You get every Monday off and you go home to your own bed. Usually if you live here, it's easy. I love it. I reckon I could do with the Melbourne Comedy Festival. I reckon I could have done another week, another 2 weeks and been fine. But Edinburgh, no thank you. It looks so hard. There's no days off. I think isn't there just one day off in the middle?
Yeah, 1 day off. And then, so Edinburgh was like, so when you get here, it's like you're mesmerized. You're in this beautiful city. It looks like it's from fucking Harry Potter. There's all these buildings. The pubs are cool. I was staying on the Royal Mile where all these tourists are. I was like, and there was fireworks going off every night. And yeah, I was in shit student accommodation, but I've lived in a camper trailer.
It looked awful. Grim as shit.
But it had all the bait. It had enough to keep you surviving or whatever. So like week 1, I'm walking around. I'm like, oh my God, the Royal Mile, the fireworks. I love bagpipes. I love comedy. Week 3, I'm like, I'm going to fucking punch this bagpipe player in the face. If a tourist gets in my way one more time, I'm going to fucking headbutt him. Fuck this building. Fuck this room. Fuck Edinburgh. Fuck audiences. Like you're just like so everything's just hard. Like, to take your bins out, you've got to walk 18 kilometers and down. And I was on the 8th floor. Like everything was just.
No stairs. Is there any lifts?
Oh, dude, the building was like from 1800. So imagine what a lift was like. It sounded like I was fucking. What's that thing they have underground and they split the atom? Do you know what that thing's called?
Know.
The hydro, whatever the fuck it is. It was an old rickety thing. It was fucking awful. It's scary. I've never been. I went on a.
Went in it.
I go down mountain bike tracks. I was more scared in this elevator.
So you would take the stairs.
I'd take the stairs. Week 4, I was like, I can't take the stairs, so I just get in there and just hope I didn't die every night.
Yeah, I don't have any value on this life anymore. I hope it crashes. I hope it falls down and explodes.
I want to die.
Is that the vibe, Brady?
I want to die.
God,
No. It was great.
Look, I'm sure it was, but you would probably need to recover. It's probably going to take you a while to recover. I reckon everyone I've spoken to about Edinburgh is like, he thinks it isn't worth it. The only person who's had a really awesome time was Nick Cody. Nick Cody was like, "Are you kidding? It's awesome. It's the most fun. You just hang out with your mates and you go to your show and you sell 200-seater things every single night." I was like, "Oh, I don't think your experience is the usual."
But then with Cody, because he's such a positive guy, maybe I should fucking take some fucking notes out of his book or whatever. You speak to him about it, how much he made. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, no, and he was selling out nearly every night, and it was It's
so
not.
Where does it go? I know that, and there's one Australian comedian who went over there last year, and he was telling me he was in a 60-seater, and he sold every single ticket. Yeah. And he was staying in accommodation similar to yours, like just like the single bed, pretty grim as shit. He lost $3,000, and people were like, "Wow, well done! You only lost $3,000. That's great." I
had a bit of money from Taskmaster, and I always like to push things forward. So, like, if you get a bit of cash coming in, put it towards your next thing. I knew it was going to be a loss, and then obviously I looked at the numbers. Like, I'd have to send, like, they send you the data sheet or whatever, the fucking boring nerd shit. To make £1,000, I'd have to sell 90% of my tickets, which is not going to happen.
To make £1,000 for the entire month.
Yeah.
No. So, why do people do it then?
Oh, look, I did it I've always wanted to do the festival properly. It's always been my dream to do it in a room. And that's what they rely on this festival, by the way, people with dreams. And then they take your money and then you go back broken. But I knew this all coming in. It's fine. But I've always wanted to do it as a box ticker, and I've done it. And I did it with a story show. I had some great nights. I had some bad nights. But like, man,
Did you?
Well, not bad as in like bad numbers, because you're looking at the numbers. So you're like, oh, fuck, there's only 24 people in here. But then some nights I'd have fucking 60. You know what I mean? So I'd sell out. Or It's like a normal festival. You have your highs and your lows, and it's work. Yeah. But overall, like, great.
So did you, because obviously you're not going to post the nights that didn't sell very well. So can I tell you from, because we didn't chat heaps whilst you were there, from a consumer of your social media, what it looked like you sold heaps of tickets, which is awesome. And it looked like you had great reviews, and it looked like you had a really fun time. It looked like you drank heaps of beers. So
all correct.
Are they all accurate?
Yeah, they're all accurate. Like I had a great time. I couldn't have asked for, like, I mean, I think I had like maybe 6 sellout shows, which is fucking insane.
So awesome.
I'm in a different country. No one fucking knows me. I'm just some fucking, low breed from Western Australia.
You're just some little scallywag.
I'm just a cheeky scallywag. Dude, you know the best part was I don't read them, so I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
But they forced me to have the stars on my poster, and apparently I got quite a lot of good ones from what I could see walking past. I don't care. That's boring shit. That's nerd shit. I don't care. Every night I would walk out, because I wouldn't change my screen. It said Little Turd. And I'm like, you guys confused why it says Little Turd on here and you bought tickets to Little Scallywag. And every night I'd start by saying, does everyone here, because I got told no one in the UK knows what a turd is. Does everyone here know what a turd is? Gives a cheer. And the whole room would be like, yeah. And I'm like, fuck. Wasn't
that Beck Austin who told you had to change it?
Oh, look, it was it's a group decision or whatever. But
why? Like, what would they thought that?
I think they thought they didn't know what the word was, and that's fine. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Who cares? But also, of course, they know what a turd is.
Yeah, look, I mean, as I always say, let's not get too much inside baseball here with fucking comedy bullshit. But during festivals, you're in 1,001 battles with people and fucking email threads. And if you can take a win and just ignore it, then you're done. Because you know me, I love communication. I love people chatting to me. I'm a big fan of communication. I love chats, emails, send them away. I love reading them.
You have to know how to read them. So, Brady, I want to know, because we're talking about nightmare work stories, I love catching up with you about all this stuff. I'm going to learn everything that you did over time, but I need to know some nightmare stories. You know I love the nightmare ones. Can you tell me perhaps an awful gig that you did over there? And
dude,
if you can't, you can think of one?
Of course I can. I can think of about 8. Man, I literally, and we'll get to, because obviously you did Edinburgh, and I would love to hear your experience after this as well. It's not the Brett Blake show. Well,
it's fine.
Sometimes it is.
It actually always is.
No, what are you talking about?
Is, and that's okay. I'm happy to be the the lady on every radio station who just laughs at the jokes. That's fine.
That's not fair, Bron. It's a workplace.
I'm upset now.
I've upset you.
I'm Jackie O.
Okay, you know what make you feel better?
What?
This next story.
Okay, good. Let's
right.
do it.
So I think I was like the show's been going well. Like I had to change a few things to kind of make it make sense, but also I didn't change a lot because it's like just figure it out. Like I'm not changing every fucking sentence to make you understand what my show is. You know, like some references like aeroplane jelly, and I'm like I'm just leaving them. I don't really care. But I had questionably the best show I've ever had of that show. So it's like, it's a Friday night. It's sold out. It's like people are trying to get in. I walk out. It's like, I'm fucking, I don't know. I don't want to say Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk because he's a pedophile.
Don't say that one. That's not
good.
Okay,
we'll cut that out.
It's not a good one.
Whoever's not a pedophile doing a moonwalk,
It's hard. Slim pickings these days.
I was flying, dude.
You're like Taylor Swift.
I was Tay-Tay.
Yeah,
I was
good
like,
on you. That's huge.
I don't know any of her songs. I was like, "Don't touch me and my boyfriend." I'm assuming that's one of the songs. And
what?
What about? I don't know Taylor Swift.
You are a pedophile now.
If you want to know Taylor Swift, go look at my roommate's room. He's got 4 posters of her. Anyway.
Oh, that's yucky.
Yeah, it is. And he edits this, so yeah, he's probably got it. He's probably cutting off his friendship band with me as we speak. That's a good one, Josh. That is a good one. I know you're listening. That's a fucking very funny joke. So yeah, I'm Tay-Tay. I'm selling out Marvel or whatever the fuck. Everything is hitting. I'm like, I hand out business cards at the end so people can, if they like the show, they can pass on the business cards. Like mums are coming out crying, hugging. Guys are like, I can relate to it. Hugs, high fives. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best. I'm the king of Edinburgh.
Yeah, I'm a genius. Yes.
This lady walks. So this old lady walks out with her husband, and I'm
Talk to me. What age? 60s, 70?
I'm saying like
40?
87.5.
Fucking hell. That's old.
Yeah.
That's old. That's an ancient lady.
That's an ancient lady.
Did she invent your lift?
She dug it.
Wow, she's tired. Yeah, fair enough. All right, so she's cross. She's had a big
No.
life.
No. This is not the problem. This is not the problem.
Okay.
This is the false sense. So she comes out with her old husband, and they're quite sweet. And I just put my hand on her shoulder, saying, "Hey, thank you very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. I apologize for swearing as well. I swear a lot." And she's like, "Oh, dearie, that's fine. We loved the show." And I can't do a Scottish accent. And
you nailed it.
Did I? Cool.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Thank you. Oh, dearie. And then the husband's like, oh, dearie. They got the same voice. Oh, dearie. I love the show as well. And I was like, thank you so much. And I gave them both a little hug. And then their daughter was with them. And I'm like, oh man, it's so nice you brought your parents out as well. Like, and I know it's quite late, but thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. She's coming to the show. And her daughter's like...
And can I jump in here? Because I'm thinking if the parents loved it and you have like some rude bits in it, you're thinking she's definitely going to love it because not only was the show funny, but her parents are happy. And so would be on cloud 9. She's seen Taylor and her parents love Taylor. She's going to be screaming your praises, surely. Hit me.
She's a Swiftie. She's in. She's in. She's got the tattoo. She's got the fucking whatever they do. This is how confident I am. I'm putting chapstick on. I'm about to get a smooch for sure.
Okay.
And so she's like, she must be like 45-ish or whatever. And I was like, thank you so much for bringing your parents out, and supporting comedy and also, looking after your parents to take them to a show. And she just walks straight up to me, like close. And I'm like, oh, is she actually gonna try and kiss me? I was like, just mucking around in my head. Obviously not. I've got standards. and she does as well. And
She does. I was going to say, let's not jump ahead of ourselves here.
no, but
Yep.
but what is about to happen next? You will realize that after this interaction, I was like, I think I love her. Anyway, so she comes up to me and she goes, "You're not funny," and I went,
What?
"Oh,
Excuse me?
oh, okay,
Taylor
like
Swift.
I'm Swifty. I'm about to get in my private jet."
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you fucked by a footballer? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
fucking ready to go. I'm ready to get railed. And so she goes, "You're not funny," and then
You're not funny.
and I go, "Oh yeah, like good one." She's mucking around, because the show was the best it's ever gone, like undeniably great. Like
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, "Oh, good one." She goes, "No, you're not funny," like in my face, and I'm like, I kind of stepped back and I said, "Oh, that's all good, mate. Have a nice night." And she goes, "Seriously, you're not funny." And then I was like, you know what? Like, when the Brett Blake anger comes in, you've seen it before.
I'm not familiar. I've only seen you in a really good mood.
Yeah. Let's assume.
Made him angry again.
Let's assume it's Brett at 10 a.m. when he's setting something up and his little brain can only comprehend one thing at a time. So I go,
Awful. I'm so pleased there's an ocean between us. Many oceans.
God, that's not true. You miss me. You miss me. I love you. I miss you. And I said, I'll be a smart ass. I said, "Oh, sorry. What show were you watching? Were you in a different venue? Were you?"
Yeah,
And-
you got to. You're scrambling. You're trying to make the funny. You're trying to make light of something that could potentially be soul destroying. I get you. I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what I mean? I'm making light of it. And she's like, then I was like, "Cool, dude." And then she comes up to my face again. She's like, "The people of Edinburgh do not find your sense of humor funny. You need to completely change your act. No one finds the way you do comedy funny. You need to completely change who you are and your act to work in this city." And I was like, dude, there was heaps of Scottish people in there and they really liked me and I've had a really good experience this whole time. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I was like, just have a good night, mate. And she's like, "You need to chat." I was like, "Are you being fucking serious?" And she's like, "You're not," like she's like yelling at me in the hallway.
She's mental.
And then like they've got the ushers, but they're like 19-year-old girls. I'm like, what the fuck are they going to do? I've got my Swifty crew there. My little Swifties are there.
Yeah.
They ain't doing shit. And my sound
Nothing.
technician, he's a Swifty as well. He's not doing and he's like, they're coming out like, what's going on? How do we diffuse
What are her
this?
parents saying to her?
They're slowly walking away because they're 9,000 years old. They're trying to get away from her because obviously they're like, well, we must have drank lead paint as kids, and that's why our daughter's mental. And so I was like, "Hey man, that's all good. Have a lovely night." And then she comes up and I was like it's over. Like, you've said your point. You're screaming at me. You've fucking ruined my night. But then she comes up one more time and then to my face and goes, "You're not funny." And then I was like just a fucking Glock. I was like, "Welcome to Brett Blake." And then I got in a bit closer to her face and I said, "Fuck off." And she said, "What?" And I said, "Fuck off, cunt." Right in her face. Like, not aggressive, but firm.
Yeah.
And then
fair enough.
And then I walk away and she's like screaming. She's like, "You're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck." And then I start laughing because I've won, because I've made her snap now. So I'm like, "See you later, champ.
Perfect.
Have a great night. Have a good one. Great seeing you. Tay out. Bye."
Oh, did it ruin your night?
But the worst part was I closed the door and I'm literally like, it fucking ruined my night. I was like, oh my
that's
God.
Awful.
I was like,
So insane to think, like, if you don't enjoy a show, and I'm sure you went and saw a bunch of shows in Edinburgh that you did not enjoy. Imagine going up to the performer at the end and saying,
100%.
"You're not funny." What the fuck?
And it,
is
like, I had
that about?
Emma Holland like next to me, and I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just so it's a hard month. You already
Was she in the show?
She was in the next show after me. Her show was after me, and I was like, "Sorry, this crazy fucking thing just happened." And I'm like, I'm having like a fucking panic attack. I'm all frazzled. I'm like, you're 2 weeks in, you're living in a single bed, you're fucking, it's hot as hell. It's just, you're doing 8 gigs a day. You're just stressed out. I was like, I did not need that. And then I was like, fuck. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, that's awful.
It has not
Why
finished.
did you love her? Okay, all right.
Oh,
okay.
of course, because I'm like, wait, she's talking to me like a piece of shit and she just yelled at me. I was like, I think she's the one.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is that Bron?
Yeah.
Bron, you're back. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my God, I've missed Bron. Come here, give me a hug. And then I'm like, okay, I've got another gig. I've just got to fucking go. And it was the Outback Comedy All Stars. So it's all Australian comedians. They're
Is
buying.
this Shannon Thiel's gig?
Yeah, it's a great gig. She's a great producer.
Yeah.
I fucking love her and her husband. They're incredible people. And so I run off to this gig. I'm running a little bit late. And then I bump into a chick friend of mine who's kind of like on a date or something. And as I walk past, I'm like, oh, this crazy fucking thing happened. And I was like, this lady screamed at me. Anyway, I'll see you in a tick. I've just got to finish doing this gig. And then I run off to the straight. I'm like, it's called Outback Comedy. It's all Australians.
Yeah.
They know what they're getting. So, but I don't, because I come in late, I didn't realize what had been happening in the room. So as soon as I walk in, like I'm pretty much on stage to 150 people, and I'm giving it the Brett Blake 150 treatment. You know what I mean? I'm doing my bangers, and I'm getting zero. I'm getting nothing. Like I'm talking.
This is the same night.
This is 20 minutes after being screamed at.
No.
Yeah.
What
So
a mind fuck.
Dude, so I'm copping it, and then I'm like, okay, I must have missed something in the room. I'll go to crowd work. I'll start fucking around with the crowd a bit, and then I get a little bit of something, and then I go back into more shit. And essentially, I just eat shit to silence for fucking 15 to 20 minutes. And then I get off stage, and I'm like, and the guy was like, because I didn't know, but he's like, yeah, it's just been a rough one all night. And I was like, I've just got to go. I've just got to. Apparently, everyone else.
Also, everyone ate.
There
was no explanation. It was just a bad.
It was just a room full of people going, we don't know what the fuck's going on. And then I walk back out of the venue, and I look like I'm gonna fucking kill myself. And then my friend's on a date making out, and I was like, must be nice, babe. You know what I mean? Good on you, but I don't need to see a friend having a victory right now. And then they're both, because I know both of them, so. They're like, so how did it go? Is it redemption? I was like, I just had the biggest bomb of my life. I've got to go. And they're like, are you okay? I was like, I don't know. I've got another gig to get to. I've got to go. And then I had to run to another fucking gig.
And how was that one?
That was fine. I was like,
fine.
Dude, shake it off. There was... I was there early. There's a comic, Emmanuel. He's that big black guy from fucking London.
Love him.
He's the coolest,
so funny and so nice.
Coolest man in the world, and I fucking love him. And we get along like a house on fire. He's there, just gives me this world's biggest bear hug. I was like, I haven't seen you in ages, and I was like, yeah. Then we have a couple of beers. I'm re-energized, and then but the problem is I'm now playing a 500 seater. I was like, I cannot bomb in front of 500 people.
No.
But
or in front of Emmanuel. My God, imagine I'd rather die.
I'd rather die. And then I ended up having a good one and felt vaguely okay, but then did the most amount of alcohol and extracurricular activities ever afterwards till about 6 a.m. And I was like, I needed that.
And then how'd you feel the next day?
$1 million.
But you will remember that woman forever. And when you told her to fuck off, I'd like to say she'll remember you forever because you've told her to fuck off. But I imagine if that's how she gets through life, I reckon she's been told to fuck off a lot of times.
100%.
What an awful woman. I'm so sorry.
And then apparently she was out the front and security had to kind of nearly restrain her or something because she was screaming at her husband. Her husband was there. He ran away. I didn't even see him. And I think he knew what she was like or something. And then he's like, he's getting like nearly physically abused by her and screaming, and security are like trying to get her away from him. They're like, this is like reverse domestic violence or whatever. They're like, they're going to the husband, are you okay? Do you need us to call someone?
Well, yeah. Well, it's just straight up domestic violence.
Oh, okay,
She sounds actually awful, and but it just blows my mind that she saw it, the show. She could have left at any point. I mean, she would have left, and you would have gone, oh, that's someone who didn't like the show, whatever, and then she would have got on with her life. But she stayed for the whole show, and you, like, there's gear shifts in your show, but you are Brett Blake from the start. So she did not like your style of comedy, and your style of comedy starts of the word go. So if she didn't like your style of comedy, she hated the show for an hour and 45 minutes or however long your show goes for.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she then made the time to confront you and tell you that she not only didn't enjoy it, but no one enjoyed it, which was just an insane thing to say after people laughed for that long.
That's like I was saying.
God.
Dude, I think she wanted to fuck me.
Well, and then she screamed at her husband for not being you.
Exactly.
Makes sense to me.
Be more like that guy. I love that guy. But we'll wrap up the Edinburgh chat and we'll talk about the rest of Europe. But how did you find Edinburgh when you went over? Were you like, did you have a great time or were you stressed out?
No, I didn't. I didn't like it. So I went over. I didn't do a show there. I was still new to comedy. I won a competition. So I got to go over, and I went over with Alexandra Hudson. So we both won Raw. And Alexandra Hudson, she is a Sydney-based comedian. You know her very well. But for those who don't, you might not have seen her very much because she's quite like, she's got the most relaxed energy about her I've ever seen in a human. She is so chill about it. She's like, yeah, I'll do comedy. Oh, yeah, I'll do a show. Nah, I'll take a break this year. Like, she's just got such a beautiful approach to life. It makes me very anxious to witness because it's like almost the exact opposite of mine. But we won this competition. We co-won it. And so we got to go to Edinburgh together. So every year, whoever wins Raw gets to go over to Edinburgh and do enter this different competition,
which is a massive deal, by the way. So you should be fucking proud.
Yeah, no, it was, but Alex, we got there because we're so different. I was like, oh gosh, this could be awkward, and it wasn't awkward, but it didn't take away from the fact that we are quite different people. But we got there, and then we stayed in like a hotel together. So we both had single beds, but we shared. But it was much nicer than the one that you had. Anyway, we went op shopping this one day, and she found this incredible this like power suit, like with shoulder pads. It was a skirt and a blazer. It was like incredible. And she goes, I'm going to wear this to the grand final of the competition. And we hadn't even got to the grand final yet. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then we looked at the rules of the competition. The rules of the competition were like, you can't have done any more than 10 gigs. You can't have made any money from comedy. You have to be doing comedy for less than 12 months. And I see a bunch of these rules that I was like, oh, shit, Alex, both of us would be excluded for this. And then we looked around at the comedians. We're like, are you guys the same as us? Like, have you? And they're like, oh, no, that, and pointed to one of these ladies. She's like a professional comedian in London. So the rules didn't matter. It's quite similar to Raw. Anyhow, neither of us, Alex nor myself, neither of us got through to the finals, which was so humbling because we were like, oh, should we press
it's just
stop?
Just let it go. It's just about to time.
I'm going to let it go, and then you're going to...
Yeah, and then I'll send you the Zoom link again. We'll go again. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Great. So you're in the final.
Okay. Yes. So Alex and I, we get into the grand final, and no, we just get into the heats. That's all. Like, if you can win Raw, you just go over to like the final heat, and then it goes to the grand final. And we thought we were a shoo-in just because we were like, we've been doing comedy for way longer than all of these things. Oh my God, we've been paid for that. We've been doing, oh my God, this is going to be so easy. And the fact that Alex had bought her grand final outfit was just like, I was like, gosh, she's really confident. And then we went to the heats. We're in different heats. She didn't get through. I was like, God, that's brutal. Imagine if that happens to me. My heat was the next night. I didn't get through. Fucking brutal. And the person who won was just like it didn't even make sense that they won. I'm sure he was fine, but it was like they didn't even get that many laughs. It was like it was really like all weird and quirky stuff. And I remember the lady who was running it, she came and gave me feedback, and she said to me, I can see why you're funny in Australia. I was like, oh, okay. Like it just seemed like such an insult.
Yeah. It's like I can see what you're trying to do, but...
Yeah, and I can see why this works in that shitty little country down there. But here in England or UK or Scotland, it would not work. So I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what a fuck thing to say to someone after they've just not got through to the... I was like, okay, cool, yeah, no worries. And then she just kept going with advice, and I didn't ask for it. And she said... because she'd said to me, I've been looking for you. I've given advice to everyone except for you. And I said,
also,
okay.
Sorry, are you a stand-up comedian? What the fuck would you know?
Yeah, no, she's just like, she just runs rooms there. I don't know. She's not a stand-up comedian. So and it's the wildest thing that's why I think like competitions in comedy are so stupid, because it's like, just because you think it's funny doesn't mean everyone it is funny. Anyway, she came over to me and she'd said, I can see why you're funny in Australia. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And she said, and also you have got to work on your material. It's kind of been done. And I said, oh, all right then. Okay, what do you mean? And she said, well, you have the joke about having a favourite kid. And I was like, yeah. And she said, Fiona O'Loughlin's already done that. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. No worries. Sorry about that. And
guess I can't talk about my kids because someone has had a kid before.
Fiona covered that. Yeah, exactly. Okay,
done.
all right. So she's got all motherhood stuff. No worries. And I was like, oh, okay, then no problem. And then there was a woman standing next to me who was all in the same competition as me, the same heat. And she was like, had been so positive all day. She'd laughed so loudly at everyone. And she was like, everyone's doing such a wonderful job. She didn't do well on stage. She was like genuinely new to comedy, maybe the only one new to comedy. And then the lady who was giving advice to everyone and no one asked, she turned to her and she said, oh, and you, I haven't given advice to you yet. You need to work on making jokes.
Oh, dude, that's awful. Also, it's an open mic comedy competition for people who are new at comedy. It's just be supportive and have a good time.
So I think this is what's the issue with Edinburgh is that all these there's all these rules that who the fuck made them. I think this is my issue with it. It's like, and who's made them, and also it's not fair. It's not fair how it's all pans out. Like there's some people with an enormous amount of money there, and they get put in the same category. It's like, yeah, definitely, you've got no fair. You've no advantage here. It's totally normal that you're all judged against each other. And there was the person who got through in my heat, he didn't end up winning, but she said to me, you need to do material more like him. And this is a guy that talked about what it would be like if cats were on Mars. And I was like, yeah, I'm probably never gonna do material like that.
In her defense, no one has ever talked about cats on Mars before, so it's
exactly
groundbreaking stuff.
I was like, okay, I'll have to work on how to. I don't find that. I'm sure it was quirky, it was funny, it was cute, but it's absolutely not me.
Hear me out.
What about gonna fucking do it? Yeah.
What about dogs on Jupiter? Would you consider that?
Okay, no, that's actually really funny. Okay, that's something I would do. That's something I'd do.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
great.
Okay. Fine. All right. She was right, and you've helped me see that she was right. And it's weird because women are usually very wrong, so it's nice that you've helped me get there, and it's nice that you've helped a woman. In that way.
I'm a feminist. I've always said this, Bronnie. Yeah. I'm a feminist. I support you no matter what. Dogs in Jupiter. You have that. You do whatever you want with that.
Do you know what? Do you know what I've just worked out is I reckon the woman screaming in your face is the same woman who gave me advice on that I shouldn't talk about children. Could be the same woman. Could be the same woman.
You know what?
Might have been.
Absolutely. That is definitely her. That is definitely her.
And you know what the best part about it is that you said fuck off cunt to her. Yeah. That is beautiful. It's poetry. Thank you, Brett. Thanks for
Everyone
standing up
needs
for
a little
me.
bit of Brett Blake in their life. You should have turned on the Brett Blake switch and told her to fuck off. Imagine coming up to it like, fuck off. But I mean, we'll finish the chat about, it's a bit of inside baseball, but who cares? But the Edinburgh Festival is rich kids with a dreams festival. It is so expensive to be there. All these kids are going there with a dream. They finished Oxford or Harvard or Cambridge or whichever fucking spoon-fed school they finished. They've got $200,000 in the bank, a trust fund, and they're like, I'm going to do a Harry Potter the musical played by the perspective of a Gryffindor or some shit. I don't know. I haven't seen the series.
Awful.
But yeah, it's just all that. There's some very good comedians there, by the way. But there's like 10% are good. 90% is some of the worst shit you've ever seen in your fucking life. Yeah,
and I do not do you know what I hated about it? It was the people, everyone flying. I felt so bad for them. So this is one other point of difference between Alexandra Hudson and I is we would walk into town together and there would be people flying and there's the air of desperation in Edinburgh was just too much for me. It was palpable. I hated it. I just felt sad for everyone. These people like flying and I would take the flyer and I was like, yeah, thanks. And I'd listen to their spiel. I'd never go to their show, but I would be like, oh, thanks so much. But Alex was like, they'd try to hand it to her and she'd put her hand up and go, no, thanks, we're not going. And and at the time I was like, God, that's brutal. But she was just being kind, like she's just not wasting their time. But I just felt too bad just to snub them. But she was probably doing the kind thing. But it's just brutal. You watch all these people like, please, I've given away my uni degree. I've sold my car. I've used my nan's inheritance. Please come to my show. It's about cats on Mars. Please. Will someone come to this fucking show? I can't. I couldn't. It was such a yucky vibe. You did it for 5 weeks.
I started like you. I'd be like, yeah, good on you. I'd take the flyer and then I'd start reading it and go, that's awful. That's awful. I'm a ghost playing a fucking Pikachu on a Thursday in the sun setting from the perspective of fucking Shakespeare doing Hamlet with a skull. I don't know. I'm like, this is fucking awful. This is the most awful idea for a show ever. And I've just met you. You're not funny. And then I went full Hudson day 4. Like, no.
Oh, day 4. Jeez, that was quick. It was quick for you to give up. Yeah, well.
I turn quickly. You know me, baby.
Yeah, and you do. I'm actually surprised you got 4 days in being kind.
Thank you.
I
was drunk. That's why.
I can't imagine I ever want to do it. I think it's a festival for, this is what my manager was saying to me, because I said, is it weird that I don't want to go to this? Like I have no desire to go and do a run there. And she said, no, it's not a festival for people with kids. And I was like, oh, thank Christ. It was just the green light to never aspire to do it because it looks brutal. And I imagine me saying to my family, I'm away for 5 weeks, guys. 5 weeks. Yes, I will lose money. Yes. And I will come back a shell of myself, perhaps less sure about my career in comedy than ever before. Is that okay? They'd be like, absolutely not.
I'll be
you have to
walking
headline
in,
Altona.
Sweating 4 million beers. I've been living in a single bed, which they don't give. We don't even give you a towel because why would we?
Oh, my God.
You got to go find a towel, and the towel you get is the worst towel you've ever had in your life, and you're constantly covered in green flint. And people are like, what's that green flint on you? I was like, I don't know why the towel qualities here are so shit. This is the 5th towel I've bought. I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, no. Well, you're so close to coming home and we've missed you. I mean, the gigs here have been second to none, let me tell you.
Oh, my God.
I did a gig last night at this place at an RSL in a flash area, but you love this. There's a flash area and I was sitting in the green room and there was Ben Knight, Katie Birch or Katie Wainhouse and Nathan Chin. And I'd arrived late. I'd arrived the last person. So they were all sitting in there. And then this man kind of shuffled in and he had 4 glasses with him and a wine cooler. And he put it down and he said, do you need more glasses? And we said, oh, no. But we didn't even know what he was talking about. No more glasses. That's fine. What do you mean? He said, well, someone asked for water. And we said, oh, that's great. And he said, I'm going to go get you another table. And he kind of shuffled out of the room. And then he came back with an old mandarin that he'd found like on the ground. Okay.
I love this guy.
We were all we kind of were all looking at him a bit like, oh, okay. And he said, "Is anyone allergic to lemons?" And we said,
no, but that I don't think that's a lemon.
And then he stuck a fork in this old rotten mandarin and spun it around and like squeezed it with his bare hand. So this mandarin juice was just trickling into this wine cooler. And then I look in the wine cooler and there's water in there. So that's the receptacle that he has used to give us water.
But when you say wine cooler, so are you talking about like
a wine bucket?
Oh, wine bucket. I was thinking like that, those bags, like a cooler bag. I was like, that's even more grim, dude. Yeah, have some water out of this disgusting thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so just like the buckety thing you get when you go to a fucking,
with the ice in it. Yeah. So that, and he had water in that. So it had like filth at the bottom, and then he'd put water in it. And then he'd stabbed an old rotten mandarin and was squeezed it with his bare hands.
Lemon. It was lemon.
Sorry, it was lemon.
You're confused. You've never seen a mandarin.
And he was such a quirky guy. So he's a guy who was like the club's, I kind of like his mascot. Like he worked there. It was quite sweet. It was really sweet. Like he'd worked there. They had given him, he kind of helped out. But one of his jobs was to see if the comedians needed any drinks. And he'd gone in at the start and said, "Does anyone need a drink?" And I think one of them said, "Oh yeah, waters will be nice." Then he came back with a wine cooler filled with dirty water and 4 glasses, and then squeezed a rotten mandarin in it. And we were like, "Thank you so much for that. That's lovely."
Just to confirm, you've done a piss in the last 24 hours and definitely haven't washed your hands, yeah? Oh, absolutely. Thank you. That's in my rider. That's in my rider.
But we couldn't, like, you couldn't be like, "Oh no." We were like, "Oh, thank you, mate. Thanks so much. Thanks, mate." And just outside the green room, there was like a 30 centimetre tall toy dinosaur. And someone came in and said, "Guys, make sure you don't touch that. That's his." And we were like, "Oh yeah, we won't. We definitely won't touch it."
It's not a dinosaur, it's a chicken. Like, he doesn't know anything.
But we thought, "Oh, this is," I was like, I need to see more from this man. This man it cannot be the end of this man. And one of the room runners said, "Oh, by the way, he might yell out during your set." And I was like, "Fuck yes.
Great.
I hope so." "What do you mean?" Like, but just let me know, what kind of words would he yell out? What would he yell out? Like, is
just
it
racist
like
stuff
kind of thing?
Racist stuff. He's in the KKK. He might say the N-word. Just don't be shocked.
Oh, no. But and then did I turn something on mute? Okay. And then he because she said he might. I said, "What kind of things will you yell out?" She said, "Oh, well, so we had this chap on recently called Lawrence Driscoll, and we've just had him on the podcast
mate,
recently."
Lawrence, yes.
Yes, a very obviously gay man. And this bloke who'd be in his 50s, maybe 60s, the shuffler, I said, "Oh, what did he yell out to Lawrence?" Because Lawrence is one of my dearest mates, and I hadn't even heard this story yet. And she said, she looked a bit uncomfortable telling me the story. She goes, "Well, look, I don't use this word, but he just yelled out," and I can't say the actual word, but it's the same meaning as this, "gay." And so, but it was started with the F, and at the back of the
no way, dude,
was on stage being like, "Oh, thank you for that contribution." But what it turned out, the guy was trying to help, because Lawrence's material, a lot of it is about him being gay and him being comfortably gay, and this is a huge part of his identity. This guy at the back of the room, drenched in Mandarin, screamed out the F word.
He goes, "I don't think this guy knows. He's up there exposing himself. I think, dude, I don't think he knows he's gay. I've got to let him know. I'm trying to help out.
I've got a dinosaur in a Mandarin and some information, and I'll let him know about the information." And so I was like, "Oh, I can't wait." And then I looked around the green room, Katie, Ben, both white people, and then Nathan Chin, a Chinese Australian. And I said to Nathan, "Oh, you're fucked. He's going to yell something."
He's definitely shot at someone who looks similar to you at a war. So you're fucked, dude.
You're fucked, mate. You're going to die. You are going to die. I wouldn't drink that water. I would not drink that water. None of us did. But when Nathan was on stage, he did yell out, but it wasn't as good as Lawrence's.
Well, he wasn't yelling. He was just doing the eyes in the back. You can't hear it. You can see it though. He's just doing the eyes and bowing.
Gigs,
You're like, why is this guy bowing all the time?
Truly have missed out on some great ones. You've sort of missed out on some great things.
This actually makes me miss. I'm like, I can't wait to do this gig. Like, is that insane? I'm like, yes. I'm very excited to do this gig.
You have to come. I'll let you know which one it is, but it's what I love it because I think this happened in the olden days a lot, and it definitely happens in small towns. I haven't really seen it in Melbourne, but I know it would happen in Coolaman, like the town that I took you to, where my parents are from, and where there's someone who was just born not like they used to in the olden days. They call him simple. Oh, he's simple. Oh, Jimmy Wyborough or whatever. He's simple. He fell off the porch once.
He's a bit.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
fell
bit
off
odd.
the porch backwards. Yeah, just a bit weird.
He means well. He's a bit
there.
odd.
He's not there. Yeah, or like one stubby short of a six pack. All those cute little sayings I said for disabled people. But but they would give him a job. So they'd have something to do. Like they could be the person who delivered, I don't know, help deliver the milk or help deliver the papers or whatever. They'd give him a job. It was nice. I don't see that very often, but this gig that I just did, this bloke with the mandarin all over his hands, I was like, fuck, you are straight from the olden days where they've given someone with intellectual disability a job and you feel important, you've got something going on. Like nothing that you've done is right, but it doesn't matter and everyone's around it and no one's laughing at you. You know what I mean? Like no one's like, oh, here he comes. Or he was just the most joyful person I've seen in so long, and he made me laugh so much, and not in like I'm laughing at you because of whatever, but it was just like the things that he did just brought us so much joy, and he was truly trying to help, and it was the best. And I think bring it back.
And then
That's what I'm trying to say.
Then you go on stage and he blocks his ears. He's like, "Women aren't funny.
Yeah,
women aren't funny."
He left
and you're like,
me.
"You know what? I take that back." I met a guy like that.
I didn't.
I know the guy you're talking about. I like that type of guy. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a guy we got, and on a farm, he just drives around and chases away galahs.
Oh yeah, that's a good job.
Yeah, because obviously they eat the fucking shit. He just drives around between the things, and he's got a dog that barks, and he just toots the horn. He's got the radio blaring, and he just fucking whips around, scaring off birds. Yeah. That's his whole job for 8 hours. And I was like, oh, man, why don't you just give him a gun so he can shoot the birds? And they're like, oh, we're not giving him a gun. No, he cannot be trusted with a gun. But I was like, at least it's like it's giving him it's giving him a job. He's got a job.
Yes, exactly. He gave a job. Like we all had Katie.
He's a full-time
was so
orange
nice
squeezer.
Guy's allergic to lemons. It's a mind fuck, truly. But Katie Wainhouse was so nice about it. She filled up all the glasses. Like she had to dip the water glasses into the wine bucket to bring them out, and there was just like scum floating in them. And she pressed her lip up against the glass to make it look like we'd had some, because she didn't want to offend him. But like, so I was like, wow, you are a very nice lady.
You're better than me.
Yeah, better than me. I was, but he went in there. He thought he folded up Katie's scarf. He didn't think she folded it well enough, so he folded her scarf. So sweet.
I mean, he gave it a little sniff, but whatever,
sweet.
You know.
It doesn't matter.
He rubbed it on his penis, but he's harmless. He's harmless.
It doesn't matter. I've had some gigs have been good lately, Brady. You're going to come back and you're going to have a great time. You're going to have a great time when you get back. Are you going to have a little break?
I'm kind of having a break now, besides doing this, obviously, which is just hanging out with a mate. So it's it's chill. But I finished Edinburgh. I flew to Bosnia.
Yeah, wild.
And just hanged out for a couple of days with a mate because Chris had work in Bosnia, and I was like, I've never gone to Bosnia, so I just chilled out in Bosnia, walked around. It's fucking crazy country. I went mountain biking on a fucking a bobsled track. It was fucking sick.
That looks so dangerous. Have people died there?
Maybe. Oh, but there's also all landmines up in the hills there, so you got to be really careful.
Oh my!
From the wall, they're still there. They're like, don't go off the track, you'll lose a leg. But the bobsled track was sick, but no one like there's the guy who I bought the bike off. I didn't speak great English, and what he said to me was, "Don't use the wall, tourists." And I was like, "Yeah, mate, cool, whatever, dude. I don't understand what the fuck you're saying."
Yeah, what does he mean?
Well, you're about to find out. And also, I'm about to find out. And that's why I had a very heavy crash. So I was riding I was on the bobsled track. I went, kind of slow down the first one to see what it was, hiked back up, and I was like, okay, hiked back up, and there was no tourists on it. And I was like, fuck yeah. So I just like full sand, just going as hard as I could. Like, it was fucking sick, dude. I was having so much fun on the worst bike with bad brakes. I was like, I can't stop this thing even if I tried. Who gives a shit? Mm-hmm. Get to the end. Fucking love it. Best day of my life. Oh. All right. I've got to do it again because it was like a faster entry point. Like there's another, like a steeper ramp to get into it so you can get some crazy speed. And on it, and then I'm like, because you're kind of wall ride, so you're kind of going sideways on the wall to get around these big berms or the big slopes. And get through like two of those things because that's what kind of turns the bobsled, and you can do it the same on the mountain bike. And I get to this corner, I can't see what's coming around the corner, and I'm on the wall, and I was like, fuck. And there's two tourists there, standing there.
What are they doing? Just standing there?
They're taking photos because there's graffiti, and it's obviously also you're not meant to be like you. It's not like designated for mountain bikes. It's a public place. And
oh my God.
But then if you're wall riding, which basically means I'm going sideways at like 40 k's an hour, and if I have to hit the brakes, that's fine. It slows you down. But if you slow down on a wall, it buckles you down and you collapse. So I had to hit the brakes and just fucking flipped and just dragged all my body down this track and just stopped in front of these tourists.
Did you have protective gear on?
No. Why would I do that? That's dumb.
Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, I've lost all the skin on my arm and all over my leg, and yeah.
Did they laugh at you?
No, they must have been Serbian or some shit. Those soulless races from like the Eastern Bloc. Like I fucked myself up, and they just looked at me on the floor, and then just kept continually living their life. It wasn't even like, hey, thanks, because like if I kept going, they would both be dead. They'd have a bike in their head at 40 k's an hour. So
was it the lady who told you weren't funny?
It was the same lady.
And her husband?
Yeah.
She's determined to kill you.
I was like, fuck, she's horny for me. And then we had sex in the forest on a landmine, which exploded. Now I don't have a penis. It's great. But yeah, we went to Bosnia, and then we went out to this crazy meal on top of I've never had Bosnian food. It's beautiful. The people are great.
I saw it.
And then
it looked delicious.
And then we just got into Switzerland last night quite late. And then where Chris lives in Switzerland is fucking incredible. It's like in the heart of the city. It's kind of like Fitzroy area. And just bars and stuff. So we're just going to go to the gym. And then he's got a bit more work to do. So I'm going to go have a little walk around the lake.
Go to the gym?
Yeah, dude. I bought a gym pass day one of Edinburgh. I was like, every day you go to the gym. I went 3 days in a row.
How many times did you go?
3 days in a row. Yep. And then never again. But your first gig's at 11 a.m. It's fucking hard. You know what I mean? You're just doing so many gigs.
Yeah. It was, look, that was an ambitious thing to try and do. It would have been great. I mean, if you weren't drinking, you would have gone.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, not drink?
Yeah, exactly, dude. I had like two or 3 days off sober the whole time, which I think is pretty good.
Oh, I thought you had a week off.
I had like 4 days in a row and then a couple of days here and there.
God, your story changes pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You had no days off.
I had no days off. Whatever makes you happy and not asking me any more questions is the correct answer.
I don't care. As long as you had a good time, Brady, that's good.
Dude, I had a good time. Good. I've missed hanging out with you. I've missed fucking Melbourne. I've missed fucking I've missed my beautiful roommate Josh. I've missed him.
Yes.
I've missed everyone. It's like I'm very excited just to get
spotless.
Home. Oh, great.
It's spotless. It's beautiful. So clean. So it smells lovely. He's got like mood lighting on.
I've taught him well.
It's a very romantic place.
I've taught him well. Years of me yelling at him. He finally gets it. No. He's going to fucking do a shit in my bed and I deserve it.
You do.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be back. I've got a couple more days here in Switzerland with Chris, and we're going to do a couple of bonus Patreon episodes, so they'll be uploaded
Great.
next week and that. But then I get back on Monday. But I think I need like just 4 days of lying in bed and just not talking.
Yeah,
you know.
you do. But then we'll go back to normal. So this Monday, obviously, these episodes come out as just you and I catching up. It had to happen, and we will be hearing more of your Edinburgh stories. I want to hear so much more about the people who hated you, and then we're going to have our beautiful guests back. I've had some people contact me and be like, "Hey, how come you've never asked me on?" I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
We're
sorry.
kind of a little bit behind the scenes as well, which doesn't matter that we're sharing. Is we had another episode scheduled, but yeah, it was kind of hard one to release because it was a good friend of ours, Nick Kwan, who's a great comedian and a great bloke, but he's a male who works in the childcare industry, and we're just probably just not.
And he's lovely. There's nothing crook about him, but
no,
it's just a bit of a sensitive topic at the moment.
Yeah, it's a super sensitive topic for parents, and we didn't want to fucking trigger people or whatever. So we're like, let's just keep that on the back burner for a while. And I was like, let's just do a little update, and then when we're back, we can film a couple of normal ones and get back to regular programming. But we appreciate your support. It was so good speaking to you and talking to you, mate. I fucking
so nice. Yeah. I will look forward to seeing you in person, and it'll be great. And we're gonna and then I reckon, and this is something that I saw you post about, but you never spoke to me about it. I reckon for our 100th episode, which is actually coming up, we should do a live podcast, live recording.
100%. I've spoken to the guy from Creatures of Habit, which is the guy who we absolutely love and lets us use his venue all the time. And it's like a 40, 50 seater. We're going to keep it small, like just do some limited tickets. Nice. The tickets are going to go towards fucking, the bar or food. Editing. We're not trying to make fucking money here or whatever.
Okay. We also need to pay Josh at some point, poor bastard.
Oh yeah, we'll pay Josh. And
We'll
so Josh. I guess we'll pay Josh. I mean, he's listening to this right now, I'm assuming. Love you, Josh. Don't kill me. And it's going to be a good time.
Right, live stuff. It's going to be big things for work hates, and it'll be nice. Freddie's back. Bron, back.
Have you got any tours to announce? What have you got?
No, do you know what? I've got the rest of my tour ready. I've only got 3 shows left of this, and when this comes out, it'll only be 1 show left. They're all sold out. How good's that? Oh my God, It feels so nice to not have to promote a show.
Oh my God.
This is the point. So nice, but now I have to start a new one.
Oh yeah, that's the joy. I've got do you know what you're going to call it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Chaos.
Ooh. Yeah, makes sense.
Do you like that?
I've met you.
It does, doesn't it?
I've met you, mate.
It makes heaps of sense.
Yeah.
I'm not chaotic. My life is chaotic. Everything that happens to me is chaotic.
Okay.
You included.
Yeah, but you know that. You knew that about me coming in. I'm a roller coaster, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fun,
look,
but also dangerous.
You are. Also dangerous. Like my son, fun and also very dangerous.
I'm like your son.
Window yesterday.
Oh yeah, you told me. But yeah, fuck. I love this. Yeah, I'm like, he broke the window.
It's actually so annoying. Yeah, he smashed. He's jumping on his bed, and then I heard a smash, and I was like, that's not good. And then I walked in, and his face was like, he was still holding the pane of glass up. And thank Christ none of it got him. His tiny little wrists, holding it holding this huge pane of glass into the fly screen, and he was just going, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, mummy, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I was like, "Mate, it's fine, we're okay, we're all right." But he'll be freezing for the next 2 nights. I can't fix it myself.
That's how you learn. You're like, we could move you into the lounge room. We could move you in the lounge room. No, we won't.
We won't. We're going to close every door. We're going to strip every other bed.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are sleeping, mate.
I'm going to break the other windows. Teach you a lesson, mate. I got some shows. I'm doing Frio at the end of the month, Side Splitter Comedy Festival. So that's in Perth. And then I go to Cairns with Peter Hellier and Bron Cuss.
Yeah, great. Are you doing your show again? Is your you might do it next year, but is that the end of your tour?
It is kind of I think I've got 1 or 2. I think I maybe got Side Splitter, and that's kind of it. Maybe 1 more. And then I don't know what's going to happen next year. I might bring it back, or we'll see what happens.
You should bring it back. People need to see it. Not enough people saw it. I think it sold very well, but it's such a good show. And I can imagine if I saw it again now, it would have changed and got even better. So I reckon do it again.
It has been. It's gotten whipped even more into line. It's because there's a lot of just doing it fucking 26 times in a row. But anyway, that's all boring shit.
Are you filming it? Have you filmed it?
Yeah, eventually I will. Yep.
Oh, there's something I can announce. My special comes out on Monday the 8th.
Oh, cool. Your new one on YouTube. Dude, I've seen the photos. They look so good. I'm so excited to see. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be good. Yeah,
should we have a viewing party? I'm just saying. I mean,
what? That'll be too embarrassed.
That's too embarrassed.
That.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll watch it at home on mute, and then I'll put like
so beautiful. Thanks.
Dave Chappelle over the top or something. You know.
That's nice. And you can treat yourself. Get a little wine cooler, fill it with water
and lemon.
Hey, get a rotten mandarin lemon off the ground and just fucking smash it in there.
Guys, if you've got a spare T-Rex, send it in.
Bless his heart.
All right, guys, we love you. Thank you very much. If you're not already on the Patreon, make sure you jump on board. We've got some great exclusive content coming your way. We love you. We appreciate your support. And we'll be back to regular programming next week. Love ya. Bye.
Ew.
I've been fired from a lot of places. I've been fired from so many places.
I went into the class one day, real bullets. Kill me.